I really should find theme music for this, like we have for the Star Trek game.
The
Yes.
theme music in Star Trek is amazing. Right? The
Yeah.
whole theme music, Captain's Log thing, outstanding. Really sets them up.
The last game when the Hyperion music played halfway through the game was amazing.
Yeah, sure was.
It
There was
just
like a
kind of
clip
highlighted.
from the table.
I don't know if I asked this, but is there an option in this game to multi-class or dual class? Like whether it's abandon your class to do a new one or not really?
Not in the rules as written, but I've seen some people that they do it. Like if you find somebody who can train you, you can learn one talent from another profession at triple the cost.
Oof.
Oof.
Honestly, for a talent for another class, I'd be willing to go for that.
Mhm.
I just go for the Ranger Animal Companion talent. Or Cavalier. That was my greatest sadness of the druid, that they don't have any spell that makes a permanent companion out of an animal.
Yeah, I guess not being a level-based game would make it harder.
And I mean, triple the pex seems
That's a
fair.
lot of XP.
It's a lot of XP, but that sounds fair.
It's not that much in the scheme of things, really, right?
Well, the level 3 would be if you'd like to work your way up to that.
Yeah,
The
but you
first one-
can really get 3 to 5 XP in the run of a session unless you stay put. So it'd be like a big bonus for. I mean, it'd take you 9 sessions or something.
Is the XP system we use like right out of the book, or did you homebrew a bit of this?
No, it's right out of the book.
All the hex stuff is right out of the book? Okay.
Yep, yeah, it encourages you to go forth and explore.
Ah, okay.
All right, so last game. You guys have started to train this gigantic reptilian creature. It seems to perhaps have some rudimentary training, in as much as it hasn't tried to eat you yet, and it is sort of ambling around with you. You met some folks, shared a campfire for a bit. They let you know that they were from a village off to the mountains several days away, but gave you a rough bearing of another village that perhaps is not a demon-infested cult ground. Who knows?
Maybe.
But in this little swampy area that you are, you've set up a little bit of a camp, taken to training this dinosaur creature. Come to turn that Desi is actually fairly observant, and located a overgrown and long abandoned burial cairn, inside of which there were 3 human skeletons and 1 horse skeleton. One of the human skeletons still wearing like very rusty chainmail and a sword clasped to its chest, that had a very nice emerald in it. Trustius took a look and indicated that there was some magic around the sword. Perhaps a spirit or something bound within it. When the effort was taken to remove the sword, that skeleton got up and exhibited some powers far beyond the undead that Trustius normally raises. Thankfully, though, due to a very powerful Purge Undead spell that went slightly awry and destroyed your Undead Saurian.
9 willpower worth.
And Kaldi managing to coerce the Ankylosaur into a charging attack, you managed to defeat this creature before it did too much harm. The sword laying there on the ground, Desi heard it calling to her, indicating that she was a warrior and she would be worthy. And she picked it up. And as she did, for just like the briefest of moments, some of you saw her eyes flash the same sort of emerald green color that the gem in the crossguard has.
Desi?
And with that, we will turn it over to you guys. It is currently morning of Springrise the 15th, halfway through the month.
Chris?
Yep.
Sorry. I was going to ask you just a quick question about the Ankley sore.
Yep.
Since we've been trying to train it between us, have we noticed its eating habits? Is it predominantly a herbivore? Is it an omnivore? Is it a carnivore?
It is 100% a herbivore.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it eating you, just accidentally stomping on you.
Right. Okay. That's something of a relief.
But yes, you guys, basically the way the training it works is you have so many days to complete the training based on the strength of the creature.
Yeah, it's a bunch too, right?
It is.
It's gonna make
We're-
a great zombie.
We're in for 2 weeks.
Does the wow, Mark, you've got a loud keyboard. I don't know who's an angrier typer, you or Scott.
All right.
Does the yeah, Desi's standing there holding the sword,
What's your name?
and kind of looking at it funny.
Okatai is
Because
asking Desi what's her name.
it takes Desi a minute to kind of drag her eyes away from the sword in her hands and over to Okatai. What?
What's your name?
Desislava, same as it was when I got here.
Where are we?
Fucked if I know.
Good.
Fingers.
Just making sure you're not possessed. It's fine.
She looks at him. She looks at Okatai like he's completely. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous.
There's a soul in that sword, and when you picked it up, your eye glow with the same glow as the stone on it. Might be a trick of the light, but that sword is magical. Let me take precaution.
Question is worth asking. Could be dangerous.
Dangerous now. And she kind of grins and waggles it a bit. Not so much when it's just sitting there on the ground.
Yeah, so Trestius always has his head down. You know, he's always looking at his feet, kind of looks up, grips his book a little bit, meets your eyes, and just the slightest little smirk with when you say dangerous now.
We probably can repair his armor. Well, a couple of stuff we can take. Well, sorry, my words are escaping me. If we have the sacred tomb, might as well loot it.
I don't see why not.
And you got 3 more boys, and if you want a skeleton horse, you got a skeleton horse too.
My magic was mostly expelled by your incompetence.
Well, they were undead, not on our side, and this is a hammer. This is not a fine knife.
I understand.
Desi raises her eyebrows at Trestius, kind of talking about someone else's incompetence. Like,
It is out of
That
character
might-
for sure.
might be the most assertive thing he's ever said.
And Okatai seems to pay it absolutely no mind. He will never feel bad for destroying undead. Or demon, for that matter.
The armor, I think, is broken, if I remember.
Yeah, there's a forge in the town we're about to assault, so
Probably worth taking if we can. Do the other corpses have anything on them?
They don't have any armor or weapons or anything. You would guess that they're probably like servants, like shield bearers and stuff that were buried with it.
Okay.
It was a silver necklace. I was assuming that would we put that into the Anna Colby so we can trade it off for supplies and stuff when we have someone to trade with. It is jam after all.
Sure, I'll take that.
So yeah, as you're looking through the there is the silver necklace. Whoever adds it onto their character sheet, it is a light item.
All right.
And you do notice as well, Okatai, as you're kind of like looking through the kind of tattered remnants of the skeletal warrior's cloak. You look like you think you might be able to trade it for something because it's got some very, very fine embroidery on it. Like it's kind of tattered. I mean, it's been buried here in the swamp for ages. But just like the parts of it that you can still make out with the embroidery, if you like clean it up some, maybe patch it here and there, might be worth something.
Yeah. That could be ungrimed a bit.
Chris, how heavy is a set of human bones?
A set of human bones, I would say, would be a normal item.
So the guy that had the sword, I think I'm gonna pack him up.
Okay.
I have room for, not a lot of room, but I can carry a normal.
Okay. And whoever wants to take the embroidered cloak, it is also a normal item.
Someone taking the necklace?
I like I
Put it on
said,
my sheet.
I assume Colby would trade it up. Did you want to try your luck with it?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
I
wanna
just assume we'd ask Colby to trade it for supplies. But if you actually want to wear it, or if you have a use for it,
I think the sword was the only thing that was magical that I saw. But given time, I can look again.
we can carry the tattered armor and
Bones into its backpack.
we can carry the tattered armor and the tattered cloak. So it's there.
I suppose the question is, what is our next step?
Well, taming that big boy over there is going to take us approximately 2 weeks. I'm tempted to try to see if we can lure it to follow us while we travel and continue his training. I guess as long as he has food, he's going to follow. The question is, do we plan our attack on the village right now? Do we try to go back to the Owlbear cave? That's our two main options right now, I think.
Or the new village that we learned of, but how long until the next full moon? Do we know?
Coming soon-ish. When we left the village, there was like 5 days before the next full moon.
Yeah, it's slightly less than a week to the full moon.
If we're going to save the people of that village, we need to address this problem before the next sacrifice.
Hey, Chris, is that chainmail salvageable or not really?
It could be repaired.
Okay.
Incidentally, whoever wants to take the chainmail, it is a heavy item.
Not it.
Nope. I think I'm already encumbered or I'm maxed out.
I'm over encumbered right now.
That's because you have 2 swords.
It is.
I think I'm at max. I'm even right now.
I got 0.5 to work with.
Give
I don't
someone
think I
your
have anything.
small item. give somebody a small item and you can take one more normal.
Oh, right. I got leather armor already, so I keep forgetting that.
I have some space, but my computer crashed already.
Oh,
Wow, record time.
Yep.
that was
So
quick.
I'm booting back up. Yep. That's why my Discord is not on the computer. Now you know.
So yeah, Okatai, you're at 7 of 8.
Yep.
But you're also carrying like 2 spears and a sword, so.
I could get rid of one of the spear. It was if my weapon break, I have a spare spear, but the sword is my Hossein weapon.
How heavy is that cloak?
The cloak is a normal item.
Does it look expensive?
It looks like it's probably worth. It depends on how you clean it up. But embroidered work like this, if you could find like somebody with the coin for it, you could probably get a gold for it.
Oof.
And that's a normal item, so that'd be like 1 on my weight.
Yep.
I'll carry that.
Okay. Roll it up, throw it in your pack.
Pretty much.
I can get rid of the spear or give it to someone and take the chainmail. I'll be at full with the heavy item.
I don't think anybody has space for a spear.
Not me.
I don't
Can
have
you-
space for what I have.
Can you throw a spear?
Yes.
Okay, so if I drop my throwing knife, it's light, so that's half, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
That will give you enough room to take the spear.
Okay. The big thing with the spear is the spear has a reach of near, so you don't have to close with somebody.
mean,
Nice.
that-
It's my main weapon, and that way you have a ranged weapon and a melee weapon depending on the situation.
Just trying to find spear. Core items.
So
Should be in
sword
there, I
spear,
imagine.
the sword spear, if I remember well.
Short spear, was it? Or throwing spear?
Short spear.
Does Cully have that pack rat talent?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can teach that to other people, right?
Yep.
Also, one that increases your encumbrance ability.
It does.
Yeah.
Exponentially. Like the first one, add you 1 or 2, but then it goes to like 4 and then more.
Rank 1,
Or something?
rank 1 gives you 2. Rank 2 gives you 5. Rank 3
Oh.
gives you 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty sweet.
I only have rank 1.
That's why I'm thinking, yeah, if you can teach that to somebody.
Like in the other, like in the game where Chris plays, there's gonna be a mass class for Backrat.
Sure.
I picked it up, and then I taught every other member of my party.
Smart.
Don't just drop stuff in your backpack. You've got to roll it up.
Oh, I've had lessons. At one point, someone's like, "Why the hell do you have 2 shirts? You only need 1. What's wrong with you?"
Because I can.
You're like 30 sessions in front of us, though.
Why do you have underwear? Who's gonna see? Get rid of it. All right. So you guys do a little bit of reconfiguring. You're kind of eyeing the Anki, going like, I wonder if we could hook up a strap to it, and maybe it could carry shit. And it just looks at you, kind of snorts, and you're like, not yet.
Nope. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Still working on it. Still working on it. Eventually, still working on it.
When we get a break, I'm going to need to spend some of this 11 experience points to get combat skills.
where do we head now? Do we go for the bugbear ult, or do we go to assault the village before the ritual?
If we're going to assault the village, we probably should have the orc with us.
I thought the plan was that we were going to, tame or not, lead the creature back to the village and just let it run through.
Well, Big Boy here is going to take us approximately 2 weeks to tame.
It doesn't have to
my
be tame. It'll follow us, kind of, if we keep feeding it and making interested noises. It's what it's been doing all day.
Yeah, my plan was to try to have it follow us while it's still not tame, while we try to keep working on taming it,
Mm.
and attack the village, let it rampage with us, like fuck shit up, and try to like push it in the right direction, or just let him have his fun, eat all the beets. But as long as he's following, I'm happy because we can keep training him. But do you think all of the village is gonna fight us once we kill the mayor?
There's only one way to find out if it'll follow us or not. Is just to see if we can lead it in a particular direction.
We
I
could
Thing
ask.
is,
We
do
could
we go
ask
fetch
Robert about the village. See what he thinks. He's lived there.
Chris, do we have time before the next sacrifice to get to the cave and then get to the village?
Let me see. Assuming nothing goes wrong, yes.
That's a big assumption.
Yeah.
Isn't it though?
The thing is,
So the
trying
next
to have
question
that.
is, do we
Also,
cross into a new hex when we do that?
You could travel through some hexes you haven't been, yes.
Would that shorten the trip?
No.
Okay then.
But it would give us XP.
I mean, it would.
Thing
I
is
was just gonna
probably
say.
moving. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, assuming that we were to go back to the cave and absolutely nothing went wrong under ideal circumstances, how much wiggle room would we have? Like we get back to the town like a day or two before, the day of.
You'd have probably, assuming everything goes according to plan, you'd have probably 2 days.
Okay.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Right?
Thing is, probably Big Boy's gonna slow us down while we're traveling.
At this point, though, why would we want to go back to the cave just to secure it and make sure nothing else has moved in?
To get the giant fucking orc that's going to help us kill people
Ah, okay.
and carry stuff.
Mm. Him carrying stuff is handy.
It is in this one.
I mean, we could always split one leading the big dino friend and the other going to fetch the horse.
Well, I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think it is, but I'm pretty sure Big Boy's gonna slow us down.
By the way, I think we should name the dinosaur Stampy.
So basically, the way it'll work if you're traveling with the dinosaur is on top of on top of leading the way and somebody keeping a watch. Somebody is also going to have to be dedicated to making sure the dinosaur continues to follow you.
And what kind of role would that be?
That is animal handling.
Okay.
Got it.
So if I remember our ability all right, I think the best for that would be Risen to try to lure him to follow. I could lead the way and we could have someone to watch. Watching is
Sorry,
usually
who?
either Colby or Satani. You were saying, Resin?
I only caught part of that because like your volume or your microphone's a little weak. I just heard Risen, and I'm like, that's all I heard. I'm like, whoa, what?
He was
What's
saying
going
that you're
on?
the best one to make that animal handling roll.
Am
the
I?
success.
Because of my empathy level? Okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Just like the Pied Piper.
Right. I think I'm going to name him Stampy.
I was thinking Zanky.
No, I'm totally going to rip off The Simpsons.
The elephant.
Um, I know he's an elephant, but that's beside the point. So, do I need to do an empathy right now?
Once you guys start traveling.
Oh, okay. Yep, I can do that.
And it was noon right now?
Right now it is. Yes, I think I forgot to advance the clock, so I think it is noon.
Ish.
Oh, so we're afternoon. Okay, so Caldy,
Yeah,
you're
we-
keeping watch. Okutai, you're leading the way. Ryzen, you're
Uh,
doing the
wait.
thing. Oh.
We were doing something before the undead thing. We were in an action when that happened. I remember well.
Trying to think what you guys are doing. I honestly can't remember what you were doing.
Bandits came. We talked to them. Then Trustius went over to try to pick up the sword. The Death Knight stood up, and started attacking us. So other than I don't have any notes other than Desi was keeping watch when the bandits came, and then we decided to have a pleasant conversation instead of her killing everybody.
Yeah. And you guys had, there was a crocodile, but the ankylosaur was not having any of that, and then you guys harvested it, so.
Yep. Yes, the crocodile was beforehand because we gave part of our crocodile meat to the bandits.
Yep. So,
They told us about their village.
so as far as I know, you guys are free to clear.
Okay. So we'll need to take a quarter day. We can take one or two, well, probably 2 quarter days to move. While we set up camp, we can have someone do the training with the big boy. We had 3 days done on one total.
All right, so you guys, after rejiggering all of your gear, you guys get ready to set off, taking kind of a, like, you know, if you go kind of like southeast from where you are, you're gonna come back to the village, so you kind of give it a wide berth, heading in a kind of a southwesterly direction to kind of hook around. So I will need a lead the way roll from Okutai.
Johnny?
Wait, are you up and running, or do you want me to roll?
Could you roll for me, please? Still not up.
Okay. One success, that is enough. Caldy, I will need a scouting roll. And Ryzen, I will need an animal handling roll.
Are we getting any modifiers from anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh wow, that was successes all around.
So is that good?
Yep. So yeah, so you guys start to make your way through this kind of swampy, mucky land, giving the village a very wide, hooking around back into the jungle. So yeah, you give it a very wide berth. You are definitely you're in an area that you'll recognize. You know that you're probably tomorrow you will get to the cave. The ankylosaur is continuing to follow along you. gonna have to do this every.
When we get to the training part, I still have the herbs that he likes that gives us a bonus training.
And for the next hex, I will lead the way roll and the scouting roll and the animal handling roll.
Am I still scouting?
Yep. Wow, good job, Trip.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent roll.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys travel like all afternoon until the sun is starting to set, leaving you enough light to set up a camp. You know that you're now between the village and your home cave, for lack of a better term. The day seems to be uneventful, pleasant even.
I'll take it.
And the ankylosaur is still running around behind you.
Good job, Stampy.
Good job, Stamp.
So typically in the evening we have Caldy sleep, so he could stay up at night.
Yeah, I need to recover some empathy anyway.
Okatai, you're probably gonna make camp, I imagine.
I'm gonna set up camp. I suggest that Risen do the training for today with Anki, Stompy, Big Boy,
Stampy.
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 And yep, that's what we need to do right now. So we have Titania and you that can either watch or do whatever else that needs to be done.
Desi, you want to watch or do you want to go harvest?
You're muted.
Sorry, I'll keep watch.
All right.
Am I resting or am I assisting with the animal handling?
You're resting.
Awesome. Let's see
What
if
the
it works.
hell am I gonna do during this time?
Forage.
You can look for more treats. You can look for more treats for Stompy.
Yeah, I'll forage, I guess. I'm not very good at it, but I might as well try.
All right. So Okatai, that's going to be a survival roll with 2 dice. Do you need me to roll it, or are you in?
I'm in. Let me see if I can roll on that thing.
Okay.
Chris,
Two
I'm
dice.
in the
Modifier?
in the party token, if that helps you.
Perfect. Okay. Camp gets set up. Caldy, I need you to give me an endurance roll.
Because he's sleeping without a tent.
Oh, he's getting used to this.
This is crazy.
He's
It's
wrapped
setting
up.
us up for a bad combat.
Desi, I need you to give me a scouting roll.
Oh, look, nice. Yeah.
Ryzen, animal handling check for today's training for the beastie.
You got a +1 on that.
+1, okay.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. I'll push it.
Better than getting stepped on.
It's frustrating training today. Apparently, this beast has moved farther than it usually does, and it is not even remotely happy.
Stampy.
Grumpy dinosaur.
Because that's what we need.
Exactly what we need.
Nobody's fed it exotic herbs in a day.
He's getting used to that spicy stuff.
Trustius, I need you to give me a survival roll at -1.
Hope you find
Nice.
exotic herbs.
11 herbs and spices.
All right, I was going to say that same comment. Get out of my head.
I'll take one. That for me, that's great.
Perfect. All right. So you can find either a vegetable that can be turned into food, or you can find an herb, or you can find a dino treat.
I will find a dino tree
Okay.
because I don't think we can carry anything.
It still counts as it's a tiny item.
Replace it the one I just
How many
sent.
tiny pennies make a half pound?
I usually say like 10 to
It's
20.
like 10 or,
10 I
10
say
or
like
something, right?
10 to 20. Like,
Okay, I'll just give that to Ryzen when I get back anyway. So.
okay, perfect. All right, Desi, you're keeping your eye open, and you see something. You see something moving in the tree line.
I take it it's not Ryzen or Trustius.
It is not.
I'd know if it was Okatai. He's big enough that he makes a bit of a wave. I will advance toward it with my new sword in hand.
Are you trying to sneak up on it, or are you just advancing on it?
I'll try to sneak up on it, and I don't expect that to go very well, but I'll try. Would you like a stealth roll?
I would.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to go very well. I will though push it.
Okay.
Oof.
Not great. That was painful.
Right. On the good news, though, you do, as you start to approach, you're like, okay, I need to quiet down. And you see what looks like a large bush moving through the forest.
Okay. That's different. Like, how large, how big is this thing? It's like the size of Culty's tent or the size of my tent?
It's
Or smaller or bigger?
looking at it, it's about twice as broad as you are, maybe 2.5 times as broad as you, and easily a good 7 feet tall.
Your wife's a Sasquatch, isn't she, Gus?
Did I, does it seem to be like pulling up its roots to take a step, or does it have feet?
It has rudimentary legs.
Okay, so it's not our orc friend kind of trying to disguise himself. That's weird as hell. Huh. Not even really thinking about it.
I knew that's what it was.
I'm gonna mutter to my sword. What the fuck is that?
It's inconsequential.
Okay, that'll make her blink and sit up. Does that, like, do I hear it? Ears? Or do I feel it just in my head?
You hear it.
Oh, God. I'm just gonna look at that token. That's not good. Inconsequential. Just staring. I'm completely ignoring this creature now, and I'm staring down at the sword. Consequential. Okay.
It's the heat.
Is it headed toward everyone else? Oh, yeah, kind of is. I'm gonna try to keep pace with it, just one zone over.
Okay.
If it'll pass by without causing us issue, I'll let it. Maybe it's something the creature, our creature, would like to eat. Who knows? But I will let it. Just kind of keeping pace.
So yeah, as it starts to get closer to the camp, Ryzen, you're like working with the dinosaur there, and it kind of like
Stampy, he has a name now.
kind of rears its head and starts ambling away from you.
What's that, Stampy? Timmy's caught in a well? All right, I will follow him.
I'm
Walking
staying.
food.
I will
I'm
snore.
staying out of Stampy way. I don't want to
You
get
gotta
stamped
Stampy's
on.
way. You don't want to get
Yeah.
stamped on, no.
No. I will kind of head toward Risen though, to let him know that I saw a bush walking on its own. So, if
What?
our gigantic friend wants to chase his dinner, let him.
A bush was walking on its own.
A bush was walking on its own. No mention of the talking sword. Just she's only mentioning the bush. It was walking. I kid you not.
Oh, I'm getting Three Amigos flashbacks for some reason. Only it's not singing.
I'm forced to ask, since I'm a druid, does that ring any bell with me?
We got a druid type. Does he know anything about walking bushes?
I can make a lore roll.
Does
Like
he
a
is
lore
going to keep them both in sight though?
roll.
So, Desi, as you're keeping an eye, you do see like Stampy kind of stops for a second, and then he kind of like lowers his head, and then closes in on that thing.
Okay.
Is he following the bush?
Kind of, well, he gets close enough to it, and he kind of swings his tail around into it, impacting this thick, goopy moss. The larger creature kind of turns and looks at him.
Oh, it's bigger than him?
Not by a lot, but a little.
Okay.
Okatai, you've heard of similar creatures. Without getting eyes on, you don't know whether it's like an animated tree or an animated shrub, or God forbid an ent or a shambling mound, or you're not sure. But there are a variety of sentient tree-like creatures that you're familiar with.
Okay, there's a variety of animated plants that I might need to protect Stumpy from if he tries to eat them.
So after Stampy kind of takes a swing at this thing kind of turns and it looks at him. And Desi, since you're the one up there kind of keeping an eye, you can see it starts to glow inside.
Oh.
And then like there's a blast of electrical energy just kind of like arcs out all around Stampy. Stampy, he seems to shrug it off. But yeah, this thing like lets out like some sort of massive static discharge.
That's inconsequential? And at that point, I'll yell back to Okatai.
Yes, it has committed no crimes.
Fair enough.
I'll take a
Okatai,
run.
like, The bush shoots lightning.
Okay, that's not a hint. I'm taking a run. Does the fact that it shoots lightning ring any bell?
It is probably a shambling mound.
Not a rhododendron, I can tell you that much.
It's probably a shambling mound, and it's probably not that edible.
Not a rose bush.
So yeah, after that lightning thing, Stampy starts to run away.
I can't say I blame him.
This thing kind of tries to reach down and grab a hold of it with both arms.
So it shot lightning?
It did.
Uh-huh.
Well. Run, Stampy, run!
Waddle, Stampy, waddle.
Move your money maker.
So your dinosaur is running off, apparently scared out of its mind by this lightning blast.
That's fair.
Yep.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm taking up a defensive posture in case the thing comes toward me.
I'll raise my bow, aim, and take a shot. If it keeps coming, I'll take a shot. If it doesn't, then I won't.
I will stay sleeping.
Mm.
I'm gonna go check to make sure Stampy doesn't run away.
All right. Yeah, this creature doesn't seem to pay no mind. It seems like it lashed out defensively, but it doesn't chase or anything. It just continues to amble on.
I let it go.
Yep.
And those of you who are chasing after Stampy there, somebody can
Yep.
give me an animal handling.
I will chase.
Okay.
I'll give you an assist on that.
All right. Oh, okay. Just a second. So I get an assist. That's one dice.
Yep.
That's good considering I'm down 2.
Oof.
Oh, for crying out loud. Try push.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
We're about to go to bed anyway. It's fine.
You and Okay.
There was a success in there, right?
There was, yes.
Yeah, I just took damage. Okay.
Yeah. So you and Okatai chase Stampy probably for like half an hour. Thankfully, a rampaging ankylosaur is not difficult to track.
Bad Stampy.
Oh,
I understand.
Butt lust.
And you finally kind of catch up to him. He's just kind of chewing on like some local foliage. Looks like he's, basically he ran away from the bad thing and now he's like stress eating.
They're made for sprinting, not marathons.
Yeah, like 30 feet.
But between
The
the
10-yard dash.
but between the two of you, you can easily get him to lure him back.
Okay.
And Desi, if you continue watching this creature, it just continues to walk through the jungle.
Yep.
You do see periodically, as it kind of comes up to like some sort of like small game, like a rabbit or even probably like a decent sized wild pig. It just kind of absorbs it.
Ah. Okay.
And then if you follow it for a little bit, after like 15, 20 minutes, it just like spits out or basically regurgitates out the bones, much the way like an owl eats things.
Uh Okay, good to know. Huh.
So much nope.
So very much.
And it continues off into the jungle.
Committed no crimes. Right.
That's terrifying. I have committed so many crimes. Everything I
Developing
do
a
is
conscience?
All right. I will head back to the camp to continue keeping watch.
Right.
Stand by Trustius. Have a conversation with the sword.
That'd be a bad idea.
So yes, I added the sword onto your sheet there.
I know.
Okay. You'll notice that I left the drawback blank, but there is one.
And-
always is in this game, right?
oh yeah.
Not always. Some fairly minor things don't have one.
This is not minor.
But the evening passes without incident. By the time nighttime rolls around, Culdy, you are fully rested. You can
Yay.
heal whatever damage you took, all that fun stuff.
All right. Everybody else going to be resting? 'Cause I'd like to practice some. I'd like to spend some experience.
But you spend the XP while you're sleeping, so.
Oh, okay. I would like to get throwing arm.
Okay, you will need to make a wits roll.
I thought about buying that one.
Technically, you should have made the wits roll before you went to bed, but.
Oh, sorry.
We were kind of busy.
All right, so yeah, you can spend the XP to get that.
All right. So that costs 3, right?
It does.
And to raise marksmanship from 1 to 2, I think that's going to cost 10, right?
Correct.
So I need 2 more experience before I can do that.
And you need somebody to train you, or you need to succeed at the skill.
I could train you the two.
So Culdy, you're up and alert, ready to keep watch. Everybody else is bedding down, are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that's the
And
plan.
while I'm keeping watch, I'm just going to change my equipment around a little bit, spend a willpower to get a sling and some rocks.
Okay. Perfect.
And drop my, looking like my hand axe. Because I like everything else.
That's how you guys mark your trail, just by leaving gear.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Anybody want a hand axe?
Can't carry it.
Nobody can carry anything.
And
You're gonna need some pack ratting.
All these severed hands weigh a lot.
you can give me a survival roll. Or sorry, a scouting roll.
Me?
Yep.
Wow.
I have to learn to like stop selecting tokens.
Please.
Why?
Because it's really confusing when he's suddenly rolling for me.
Yeah, Desi didn't roll that. Those Chris.
You can tell because there's, numbers involved.
Yeah, it's above 1.
Yeah.
All right. The night passes uneventfully.
You could see.
The rain has stopped. There is a fog settling in.
I hate foggy mornings.
Sorry, are we back at the cave or near the cave?
You figure you're probably if you set out in the morning, you could probably reach the cave by lunchtime.
Okay. And that's the plan?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd like to
And
get
since
back
we
there as
slept,
soon as possible.
if anybody had XP to spend while we slept, that was the time.
Oh, I can do a rest roll.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, everything gets reset. Everybody can eat and drink in the morning.
Oh,
Yay! Food and water rolls. Yay!
oh, I didn't need to do arrows. But it's fine anyway.
Guess I'm okay. I didn't see my numbers drop.
Kokotai lost the water.
Yep, other than that, I think everybody is good.
What's
Yeah,
your water,
unless-
Kokotai?
I'm a D10 right now.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I went from D12 to D10. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I had restocked in the village from the river and didn't spend any since then, so well, lose any.
Alrighty, so we're gonna make our way to the cave, I think.
All right. At this point, you do not need to make a lead the way roll because you guys have been through this area already. But you do still need the animal handling roll and the scouting roll.
Can I help with the animal handling while I'm not leading the way?
Yes.
I will.
Sorry, you're gonna do the animal handling today?
I'm helping with it because I don't need to
Okay.
lead the way because we know the X, so you have a +1 on it.
Okay.
Hey, we have a treat too.
Treat.
Yeah, but I'm keeping the treat for the training and not the leading the dinosaur.
Okay.
So +1?
No, you had the +1 from
Yeah, animal handling.
Oof.
We're crying out loud. Push.
Drowning in willpower.
All right.
Hey! That's good, I think.
Yeah. Successes and no
Hooray.
failures.
Hooray!
So, thankfully, it's a good thing you guys have been through this way before, because this is a very, very thick fog that has rolled in this this humid morning. But you're like, okay, wait, I recognize that tree. Oh wait, and that looks like the dark wood. Okay, so you know that you're getting quite close to the cave. Cully, while you're scouting ahead, you hear a voice.
Hey, boy.
A voice, kind of singing to itself.
Well, I'd have to. Is it a good voice?
It is a very deep and guttural voice.
Well,
might be your horse friend.
It's like, it's singing this little, almost like a sea shanty, but in this very, very deep guttural voice. And then it kind of stops, and you hear this this much quieter voice, much more normal pitch voice, going like, "Let me out, let me out." And this deep guttural voice is like, "Shut up."
okay. Everything about that says.
Go the other way.
Let's get the party. But first, I will try to stealth over and take
Okay.
a look.
Oh, Caldy.
Let's see. Let me just take a look at my little talents here first. Okay, I get a free dog. I got reroll critical injury. And oh, I get a +1 when they try to ambush me. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna try to sneak over and take a quick look.
Okay.
Get a look at what's going on, and get the hell out of there. Is that a stealth roll or a scout roll?
Stealth.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
You do get +1 because of the thickened jungle canopy. Right.
What am I looking at?
You got a success. So you're like, okay, I should go back get the party. Well, they should know what they're getting into first. And you kind of like sneak forward, and you come to this little clearing in the jungle, and you see this very large, very muscular creature. It's got to be 12 feet tall, probably like 5 feet across the shoulder, sloping forehead, just like bulging with muscles. And it's got this sack, and it's got the sack on the ground, and this deep guttural voice is like, "Shut up!" And it kicks it, and the bag kind of whimpers. It's like, "I'll let you out when we get home." And it kicks it again, and the bag kind of stops whimpering.
All right.
It kind of picks the bag up again, throws it over its shoulder, starts trudging along, singing its shanty again.
I'm going to take a shot at it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
See, with fling.
I mean, new talents. You got to play with them, right?
Yeah, I just trying to remember how to do this.
You do get a +2 because it's not aware of you.
All right, so +2.
Yep.
Okay, the plan is to bean this guy in the head, call him an asshole, and then bean it back to the party yelling incoming. Throwing arm. Do I check that as an active modifier?
Yes.
So that makes it a +3 modifier. Hey, asshole!
Wow, great shot.
Hello. Okay.
That would have killed you, by the way.
Yeah. Your mama wears army boots. And then I'm just gonna, as soon as I see him turn around and start running this way, I'm beating it
Okay. Well,
back to the party.
now initiative is going to matter.
All right, say when.
Everybody, or still just him?
Still just him so far.
Okay.
So yes, you can draw an initiative card.
Flow's good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So you start booking it back.
Yeah, your mother smells of elderberries. Beaning it back. Incoming! Short little giant coming. Only 12 feet tall.
Only.
What?
Pretty sure it's center.
And yeah, you guys see Cully come running out very, very quickly, and you hear something large crashing through the woods behind him.
Well, I thought the small is going to crash through those right behind us is lava.
Okay. right, and the rest of you can draw initiative now.
Yeah.
Oof.
Midway, not bad.
Need Okatai and Risen to draw initiative.
I think Risen's AFK.
Okay.
I'm not sure about Okatai.
No, he got his. Right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's more clunky on the tablet to draw initiative, but I can do it.
Cody, you're up.
I'm gonna beat him with another rock.
Okay. This time you don't get the +2 for attacking from surprise.
Just get the throwing arm.
Yep.
I'm gonna push.
Okay. Swing. Goes flying right by this thing. That will take us to Risen if Mark is back.
I think he is.
The Ogre, Desi, and Okatai.
Risen's back.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Risen.
All right, Mark, you're up. You've Culdy has come charging back through the woods. Charging after them is this like 12-foot tall, muscular, kind of slope-headed creature with a gigantic club.
Okay. 12 foot, did you say?
Yep.
And it's got something in its sack that's whimpering and moving around.
Well, its sack is like way back. It left its sack after it chased after you.
All right.
And
I've
it
got
was
a task.
chasing Caldy?
It was
Yep.
chasing Caldy. I came running through with this thing chasing me, yelling, "Incoming!"
Okay.
I think you called it a small giant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a short giant. It's only 12 feet tall.
All right. Is it in hand-to-hand range, or sorry, I'm not looking at them.
Yeah. With your fast action, you can close with it.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
Why I'm choosing to get close to a 12-foot thing, I have no idea, but
We appreciate it.
yeah.
Picking up bad habits from Desi.
Yeah, maybe Stampy will see this and it'll come charging to protect me. I don't know. All right. Okay. Sorry. Just pull my character sheet out again. All right.
Yeah.
Talent, hammer fight. Oh no, wait.
Yep.
Oh, I don't click. No, I clicked the gear. Sorry.
Yep. Under combat, click your hammer and then check the box for hammer.
Oh, sorry, I went to gear.
No worries.
Oh. All right.
Like I said, 40-ish games, I still do that.
Yeah.
That is a miss, but because of your hammer fighter, it still inflicts 1 damage.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yep.
Gotta like it when you do damage even when you miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Actually-
caught in the backswing.
Actually, let me check
You swung so hard the wind damn near knocked it over.
the
Well,
talent.
they do call me Windbreaker for one reason or another.
Oh no, it does one as long as like even if the armor absorbs it all. So you do actually still have to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, but if it had any armor, you'll still inflict 1. So as long as you hit, you do a minimum of 1.
Okay.
That will take us to the Ogre, Desi, and Okatai.
I would like to use my fast action to get within sword's reach of it.
Okay.
And we'll see how my new sword and I get along. If we get along.
So he doesn't possess you.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, what first fuckery is this, Goldie? Did you lose a dice again? And Restus, can you use that thing? And I'm gonna use a fast action to unsheath my weapon.
Okay. All right. So Desi closes this thing. As she does this, she pulls this sword out. And
Oh, it's never been put away.
yeah. And with like a Snicker snack, you like sever the head off of this creature.
Jesus.
Oh!
Oh, it's right. What?
Or better yet,
Oh.
Oh, was this one a criminal?
Does
like
he
the
get his
bunny
ears
in-
at it?
This is like the bunny in Monty Python. Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna slowly sheath my spear and sword, like, okay, you didn't need me.
Desi kind of looks at it shocked, much like her player, and kind of looks at the thing now laying on the ground. Looks at the sword.
Anita's shocked that the dice worked in her favor.
They don't usually. It looks back at the creature, looks at the sword again. Okay then.
nice swing. It had something living in a sack back there. We should go check that out and set it free.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I will go back and look at that sack.
I'm gonna
Hopefully
go to
with body
Tristis.
card in case that thing wants to eat me.
I'm gonna go to Tristis and give it a bit of elbow. And can you raise that one?
No, not today, but I think the Death Knight might be better.
Okay, well, it's close at home. If you ever need a very big skeleton, it's gonna DK just next to home. We're almost there. You'll know it's there.
See if it's
I'm
got
more
anything.
concerned about the sword than I am about the whatever
we
that
gotta
was.
get rid of that.
Older the sword was magic.
Desi's gonna follow along behind Culty, because that's her job.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And Tristis and Ogatai are behind and just babbling and rumor milling. Like the whole folks at the next to the water cooler.
So you approach the sack, and yeah, it's kind of like bloody, like blood is seeping from the inside through the canvas, and it's a big sack. Like you could easily like use this as a tent.
All right. I'll open it up. Is everything okay in there? Your captor is vanquished.
And Desi, give me an insight roll.
Oh no. That's not my strong suit.
Your
So as this poor battered person is like, you know, Culdy is kind of helping them out, and you kind of catch this this brand on his wrist. And before you get a chance to react, you have your sword embedded in his heart.
Ah!
What?
Christ.
Seems excessive.
So wait, Desi just stabbed him?
Through the heart.
Take a point of damage to your empathy, by the way.
Desi, what the fuck?
Well, you guys weren't there yet, so
Oh, okay.
right
I'm
now
sorry. I
there's a
thought we
jump
could see
between
this.
us two.
Watch it. And
Oh, I'm sorry, I
just
thought we could see
close
this.
away.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I just saw the decapitation because I was right there for that.
Oh yeah.
We were all there for that.
Okay.
And Desi, you hear this this voice that says, "Criminals will pay the price."
Oh,
This is so bad.
she's gonna look down at Caldy to see if he heard anything.
What the hell was that?
What the hell was what?
You just stabbed this poor thing that was being dragged around by an ogre. Or beaten while it was still in the sack. The hell? He owe you money or something?
She's gonna reach down and turn his arms over to, you said there was a glimpse of a tattoo of some kind?
Yeah, there's like you know how they used to like brand pirates?
Yeah.
Can I make a lore roll and see if I know what that is?
Yep.
I'm gonna push it.
Eh,
No, I'm not. Back up to full willpower though. Yeah, so it's like, so what? A lot of people have tattoos.
He was a criminal.
All right. Are we going to explain this back to the group, or are we just going to pretend this never happened?
None of us were tattooed when we came here, right?
not
Like, they didn't brand us before they sent us to this place.
no.
Uh-oh.
We'll say the rest of you have kind of meandered over to see what's up with this guy in the sack.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he made it.
Just wipe the sword off and, wipe the sword off.
Why would you? Never mind.
Orton, anything in use over there?
I'm going to search for valuables, of course.
Take the sack, we can carry some of the whatever.
Did any of us search the ogre yet? Because while they went off to go deal with whatever, I'd go and start searching the ogre if they didn't before they left.
We did not.
Okay, I'll do that while they're off investigating whatever they're doing.
All you people are terrible. The
What do you mean, you
necromancer is the nicest guy.
All right, do we have to do a roll to search the ogre?
Nope. The ogre has he has a loincloth, he has some tattered clothes, he's got a big freaking heavy club that unless you have a strength of 6 or higher, nobody can wield. He's got like a sack with like some various assorted like animal bones and teeth.
Mhm.
And some rocks.
As they do.
As they do. The poor dead guy over here doesn't have anything other than he does have a holy symbol.
Can we tell what it's a god to, or
Somebody can give me a lore roll.
Did the ogre kill that guy? Was he gonna eat it?
explore wits?
Yeah.
Decent lore.
I'll try. Can't hurt. Well, it can hurt, but
Just a
no,
few
I'm not
push-
pushing that. Screw that. That's not that important to me.
I'll try.
It's a
Why
symbol.
not? I need to come up with some excuse.
Something else to stab? You can stab the symbol, maybe.
Nope.
You killed 2
Push.
people in 10 minutes.
Oh!
Good job.
Jesus.
Good job, Desi.
So that's my entire wits.
Oh!
I'm at 0 wits now.
So you fall unconscious? Or you die?
I don't know.
No, she doesn't die.
Okay. You got to go below your attribute going to 0.
Uh, basically, you only have to roll a critical. You don't roll criticals for pushing. So you can't actually kill yourself by pushing. But with the wits of 0, you are paralyzed by fear and confusion. You cannot perform any actions or roll for any skills until you recover.
So once she just kind of goes blank and the blood drains
Yeah.
from her face, Trestius is going to be like looking at his feet as he walks up. He's going to grab that sword and try to take it away.
Give me an insight roll.
Okay,
Oh, no.
I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, because we should trust Trestius with more sketchy, dubious items.
Sure,
Good at
you
that.
can. It's fine.
Maybe the sword will cut. Maybe the sword will force him to cut up that book, and then that's one less thing to worry about.
I'm taking one. One's great.
So you start to reach for the sword, and you see just a flash as that emerald glows just slightly brighter as you start to reach for it. You think that perhaps this may be a bad idea.
Oh, it's bonded with Desi already.
That's a bigger problem than I thought, Okatai.
I cannot see my own roll. I see everyone else, so I don't know if I succeeded at my low roll.
You did.
Oh, okay.
So that is a holy symbol. It's like this roughly carved, vaguely humanoid figure, made of like a kind of like a red painted rusted metal. That is a holy symbol to the god Rust.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rust.
It's full of rust. Usually not great people. So it's saying that ogre killed him, probably gonna eat it. And when Trestius make his comment about things being a bigger problem, I'm gonna turn to him and nod, like, yeah, well, we'll need to keep an eye on that.
We don't have a lot of time. We have to keep moving. I think Desislava is going to not be of much use until she can sleep. Oh, keep an eye on her. Keep her close to
Okay.
me.
Okay, I finally noticed that this level is glazed over. Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Bring her back to camp.
All right, Desi, come with me. We'll get you comfortable. Everything's fine. No one blames you for what you've done.
There's
Accidents
no response from
happen.
Desi. There's no response from Desi.
Yeah, Trustius is explaining that sometimes things go really bad to the rest of the group. And it's not your
Really?
fault.
At this point, I will take the opportunity to note that if somebody is broken, if they're broken in strength or agility, you can use healing to kind of get them back up on their feet, or you can use performance to restore wits or empathy.
And Okatai can heal whatever, right?
He can if he wants to use magic.
But while she's broken, I think it's easier to use skill. Like my magic can work even if someone is not broken. But in that case, I think probably Rhythm's performance will be the best thing to help.
I'm going to make a performance roll anyway, just for kicks, because Caldy wants to try out his new stand-up routine.
He's learning things from Rhythm.
Base Clay.
Not at all, because he wants his bodyguard back up.
Yeah, basically. My wife, she likes to talk to me during sex. Last night she called me from a hotel.
So
Hope you roll well.
bad.
And you did.
Take that.
So would you like to restore wits or, actually she's not broken with empathy because that would be super bad. Yeah, if you lose all your empathy, you either shut down or you go into like a homicidal rage.
Yeah, that would be very bad right now.
It really would. Yeah.
Hold on.
Very, very bad.
Sorry, how bad are you right now, Des?
She has 0 wits.
Up
Okay.
to 2 now, because Cody's piercing little goblin voice kind of gets through the fog.
Okay, because
So-
sorry,
Went
I've
up
got.
the hill each with a. I'm not going to
Fuck
finish
no.
Yeah, don't finish
No,
that.
don't. Desi will
'Cause I-
kind of snicker,
'cause-
and then that
'cause I-
kind of shakes her out of it, and she looks down at Caldy like a, what did you just say?
Are you back?
So
Are you
Uh,
awake?
I can do Path of the Hymn and spend a willpower, and I can let you recover another point of damage somewhere if you want.
I just need a good night's sleep, I think.
Okay.
I'm not used to beheading things with one swing. That was,
It's morning. We don't have time to sleep. We have to get moving.
Have you noticed anything strange with the sword?
nobody else has noticed anything odd yet, have they?
No,
I mean, other than the fact that Desi just beheaded something with one swing.
Yeah.
And Caldy thinks somebody owed me money.
Tressius knows that the emerald was glowing just slightly brighter.
So only some people know that her eyes changed color.
I think most people caught the brief flash.
Okay.
That rumor has got around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trustius made sure of that.
While he's clutching this book of demonic energy.
Yeah, imagine.
And he's saying that we're the fucked up ones, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's sad if I'm the most normal person in the party. I know I'm not, but it'd be funny if I was.
I'm fine.
You might actually be close.
Well, it's either me or Culdy, probably.
Aldi's pretty normal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing
Sure.
eccentric about him.
We need to get to the cave, collect our work, and then make our way to the village. I believe that's the plan. Yes.
Yep.
Agreed.
Maybe somebody can leave a tent behind. I don't think we need as many as we have.
There you go. I added the drawback to the sword onto the sword sheet.
Oh, thank you. I'm very curious as to what that says.
Everybody waits. Does she say, "Oh shit," or "That's fine"?
Exactly. Well, we didn't hear anything, so I guess we're all right.
A gorgeously made longsword. Yes, it certainly is. Ooh. Okay.
I was going to say the gorgeously made longsword is not the drawback.
Nope. Nope, I noticed that. Okay.
All right. So I expect we're just moving, right?
Okay.
So
I think-
Okutai lead the way, Caldy keep watch. That's what we normally do.
Nobody has to lead the way because you're basically headed to the cave at this point.
Okay. So everyone's on other.
So people are going to need to wrangle the dinosaur, and somebody is going to need to scout. Well, you don't need to scout, but it is suggested that you scout.
I
We
will
should-
shout, but I took 2 wits damage in that little scenario.
I'll scout as well. I'll help you. as
I'll-
much as I
I'll-
can.
I'll dino wrangle, since I'm
Okay.
apparently the dino whisperer now.
And Yokotai, you're going to give him a hand with that? So, I get a +1 because Anita's helping me, right?
Yes.
Which is much more useful than me actually rolling dice.
Thank you.
Wow, good roll.
Welcome. I do what I can.
So do I just do my straight animal handling roll, or am I getting a modifier from somebody?
I assume Okatai is helping, so +1.
Desi lifts Cully up every now and then so he can see a little farther.
You're the best.
I know.
That was good. That was okay. I got a success. I always get confused when I see the push button because I assume that means failure, but then I look at the symbols and I go, no, wait, that's still a success. I guess it's push if you want to try to do better.
It's a strange game, but I like it.
Yeah, it's strange that one is good, right?
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
just that sometimes you only need one success, but it's because, we've seen it many times rolling 8 and 9 dice and getting no successes.
Yep.
Painful.
Not just in this system. Looking at you, White Wolf. Right, so I got my success.
Desi's going to sheathe her sword, by the way. Now.
Okay. But yes, just around just after lunchtime, the fog is cleared off. As you guys start to approach your owlbear cave, you do see a little squirrel kind of chitter a bit and then kind of scamper around and then duck into a hole.
Lucius!
Desi gives it an evil look.
Check for the sword, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, so Chris, during this time, I'm paying a lot of attention to Desi.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone understands the corruptive nature of magic, probably it's Strestius.
Desi seems to be kind of forcing a good mood. Like she's doing her usual kind of banter a bit with Caldy, but it is obviously forced when you're looking at it. Like when you're actually looking for it.
Trustius, you can give me an insight roll.
That's a waste of dice. But I will try. I will try. Well, I mean, I'm not getting any willpower, but I'm going to take all this.
Oh, smoke. Uh
So what is Desi's overriding emotion right now?
oh.
Worry.
Okay.
Maybe bordering on fear. But she is absolutely trying to cover it up.
So yeah, Trustius, you can tell that she is concerned.
Desi, can I speak to you for a moment, just in private? Just for a moment.
Voluntarily? Sure. She looks a bit confused because Trustius usually tries to avoid her like the plague.
And Trustius, of course, his body posture is always like looking at his feet. His shoulders
Yeah,
are slumped.
he's
He's
very
so
submissive.
much smaller than Desi is. And this sword has magic. It's affecting you in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I can sense that you're concerned. And I would like to help. as best I can. And he's not looking you in the eyes by any means. He's staring at your feet, right? I can only help you if you tell me what's going on. And he kind of looks up, like chin kind of comes halfway up, and his eyeballs kind of meet your eyes, but he's still obviously very small and very meek, right?
She looks like she's trying to figure out what to say, but like this kind of thing is not her strong suit. She is not the tell me what your worry is kind of person. It
Does it have a name?
I didn't think to ask. Is that
Braith.
something I should ask? Braith. She looks a bit startled when she says it. Braith doesn't like criminals, apparently.
You understand that we're all criminals here.
Oh,
I
give me an insight roll, Desi.
Damn it! Damn it, Trustius! I was managing not to let in on that.
We're in Australia.
Keep in mind, in case it matters for dice rolls, Caldy's dark secret is that he's not really a criminal.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
Trustius is only a criminal because the man outlawed necromancy.
So just to clarify, the crossed swords means
Success.
okay. Oh, okay.
So yeah, as soon as the trust is, you're like, we're all criminals. You see, like Desi's hand flashes the sword, and it's like partially out of the sheath, and she like fights to put it back in.
Nope. 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 No. No, we are not criminals. I'm not a criminal. You're not a criminal. No one here is guilty of what they were accused of. I think we are all aware of that. I was set up to be sent here, and that means you were probably set up to be sent here. Caldy, honestly, at his age, what could he possibly have gotten up to? Risen's probably here for a bad joke. Don't give me examples, Trustius. Don't.
Sword's name was what? Wraith?
Braith. And you recognize that. That is an Elvish word.
Elvish. I would like to make a roll lore check.
You don't even need to. That is the word for judgment.
Do I recognize the sword or just the word?
Just the word.
Could the emerald be an elven emerald from which you regenerate? Asking for credit.
The sword. I think it's good for you, Desi. Give you purpose. The question is, when you discuss your nature and its nature, you need to come to an understanding of what justice is, what breaking the law, being a criminal is. Am I a criminal? Perhaps. In some societies I am. Some I'm not. And yes, he's touching on that sword, right? Like he's talking to the sword a little bit, right?
Desi looks really uncomfortable. Kind of a, I don't want to cut you in half. Please stop talking.
He's just trying, but he's being careful, right? He's just trying to push that
Uh-huh.
boundary a little bit.
She is
Be more
so
careful.
not.
Poking that bear.
I'm not entirely sure uh, where that line is right now.
It's something that you're going to have to find out. The book that I have, this one that I clutch so close, is knowledge. It tells me things. It not in my mind, but I can read it from its pages. And it offers power. But
Mhm.
power is dangerous in the
Mhm.
wrong hands. And that sword is very, very dangerous.
Mhm.
Okatai and Trustius. You both notice when Trustius starts talking about how the book has power, there's like a flash of magic from the sword.
Do I notice that?
No, because sorcerers and druids can tell when magic is used.
Ah, because I'm not magic-y. Just my accessories.
Did you say lore?
No, I think we just noticed.
Yep.
Okay.
You can notice intrinsically when magic is used in your presence, unless somebody obscures magic.
Your sword, I don't think, approves. I suggest you keep it sheathed as much as you can.
Yeah.
And if the nightmares come and speak to me. I can help with that. I've been there for a long
Yeah.
time.
I've heard you when you're sleeping.
And Trustius is just walking the camp. He's like, okay, did what I could do.
Desi stays where she is outside the camp and looks very uncomfortable. She's kind of looking at the hilt, looking around, looking at the hilt again.
The rest of you, as you guys make your way into the cave, Kogan is there. It's like, it's beginning to think you weren't coming back. I thought I had this luxurious abode all to myself. Well, me and Lucius.
Has Lucius been cranky without me?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. How do you tell?
I don't know. It's just a feeling I get. It gets down when it can't mess with Desi.
I see. Yeah, it's been quiet. I mean, I had to get rid of the pelts that we had stored here. They were starting to stink up the place a little bit.
Unfortunate.
But the rain barrel's good and full.
Water's good to have. Okatai, can you explain to Colgan the situation that we're in? What? All the risen, whoever likes talking more.
Sure, I can explain. There's this village about a day or so from here where we just were, and they're sacrificing stuff to a demon. or what we think is a demon in order to, I don't know, maintain their crops or something. They're killing like a person a month or a person every, I don't know, lunar cycle or something. And we're thinking that that village should be like wiped off the face of the world, and maybe we take it for ourselves. And oh yeah, we got a cool dinosaur following us now. I've named him Stampy.
It is a cool dinosaur.
He is. He's a little stubborn, but he's following us for now, and he's not really listening to commands, but he hasn't trampled us yet. So
I think we can tame him if we keep it up.
yeah, sure. Keep giving him treats. Keep training it the best we can. But yeah, so we got a village of demon worshipping types, and we think it might be in the best interest of ourselves and the world if we cleanse that village. But we're going to need more muscle to do it.
I see.
And I was thinking
dinosaur.
that maybe we'd start talking with the mayor before we killed everyone that lived there.
What do you
Maybe we
think,
only
Dizzy?
need to kill the mayor.
Well, they can't all be demon worshippers, right?
The mayor did reach for a sword when Dizzy was speaking with him, if I remember correctly.
I mean, what does it take to be a demon worshipper? Because apparently the whole village draws a stone, and the one who gets the black stone gets sacrificed. Like, they all know about it.
Yeah, there's basically a lottery, and whoever draws the short straw or the stone has to be sacrificed. So they're all at least in on it. Now, whether it's voluntary or being forced to, that I don't know.
I mean, it's been a long while, but I've raided villages for less. And when you say village, do you mean like a dozen people, 100 people?
How many did we see when we were out on our rounds or went for, have breakfasts and such?
About 15, but they also alluded to a hunting party or two that
A
was
hunting
out
party.
and apart.
Right, so
Yeah. That
I
being
was like
said,
11 or 12?
Yep. And you guys know that you encountered one of their hunting parties of like a half dozen and slaughtered them all. So
So maybe there's half of that hunting party left?
It shouldn't be more than 20.
Yeah, at most, 20, 25, maybe. That's if we're being cautious.
A couple of them want out on those. Like, probably Robert will not fight us. He'd probably be happy to be away.
it's certainly doable. But it's raiding a village isn't for the weak of heart or stomach. Things get messy.
I'd prefer to find the source of whatever cult or whatever person's connecting with this demon. I don't expect everyone's aware. I think most of them are pawns.
It's like any religion.
Yes. And someone in charge. I believe the mayor has some understanding. I'd rather not slaughter the entire town. I'd rather just have a stern conversation with the mayor. And may have her name, so I can converse with her whether she's walking or not. Still looking at his feet the entire speech.
Desi's outside. Actually, I'm going to put her outside the bottom because we never use that door.
Caldy's looking for his turn to rest. Are we getting close to that?
That's like lunchtime, so.
You had your rest at. Oh, you did not get your rest.
No, I did not. So I'll take the opportunity now while you guys chat to get my rest. If that's all right with everybody?
Yeah, might as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do I need to make an endurance roll this time?
No, because there's already a camp at this. It is a Oh, incidentally, this is technically a settlement for you guys, which means you do regain 1 willpower when you come back home.
Oh, a willpower.
Regain a willpower?
Yeah, so if you gain a willpower.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm maxed out anyway, so that's all I need's the regain the 2 wits that I lost.
Oh, so I get 10.
Everybody's flush with willpower, and I'm like, I need
Yep.
so much willpower.
You need that spell that lets you take ours.
Sweet.
5
Max
XP.
total.
2 sessions, I'll have it.
I
Maybe
don't-
3.
I think you could dangerously
keep it
cast
flat.
it.
I can, but
That'd be such
Are
a
you
bad
going?
There's only like 3 or 4 things on the Magic Mishap table that are really bad. But they are horribly, horribly bad.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
This is why I
It's a village with a whole field that I can just reap for willpower.
So now that you guys are here, what would you guys like to do? Apparently Kuldi is going to get good some nap. Kogan's on board with raiding a place.
What's our timeline to get from here to the village?
From here to the village, it's like a day and a half. Because it's
Day and a half.
yeah, because you're going through like deep jungle, so you can only go 1 hex per quarter day. So, it would take you 2 quarter days, 3 quarter days. So,
And how long till the full moon?
We should be good.
yeah, you've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You've got about 4 days to the full moon.
Plenty of time.
I don't think we have time to stick around though. We have to kind of pack up and go, right? Because something bad's going to happen on the way.
Probably.
You bring Stumpy along?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We need to rearrange our. So Desi's not there. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh, Trev's sleeping now. Okay, so the best thing we can do is spend the afternoon doing something. If there's anything useful to do. So,
Keep training the dinosaur. That's what I can do.
because Trev has to sleep, or Coley has to sleep in the evening, and then we all sleep at night, and then we have to make our way.
We gotta train the dinosaur, and while we're here, I can always go fetch some poison wood to make some poison arrow, poison spear.
I'm happy with training the dinosaur.
Yeah, so afternoon, evening, night we'll spend here, and then move out in the morning. Makes the most sense, I think.
Perfect. All right. So in the afternoon, Ryzen is going to be continuing to work with the dinosaur. Kaldi is
You gotta
sleeping.
Rhythm, you gotta plus one for the dinosaur.
And what would Desi and Trustius like to do in the afternoon?
Maybe Desi and Trestius can go looking for
Trouble.
wood or something.
You might be better at going for wood. You might help Risen with the dinosaur while I'm gone.
Oh, we don't want Desi anywhere near training that dinosaur. That would be
You,
stop.
What dinosaur as the head comes off?
It would be wiping paste off the bottom of its feet so fast.
yeah, we'll grab the axe and we'll go looking for wood.
I will stand guard over Trustius while he chops wood.
I have
Okay.
3 dice on survival. So.
Let's see.
Going for the poison wood.
Fuck no, we're not going for the poison one.
Yeah, survival. I have
If you don't
currently
get the poison wood, I'll go get the poison wood.
You have how many?
3 at the moment.
Okay, I'll roll it, and
Yeah.
you can assist
I'll assist.
because I need so much willpower. Fuck it, I'm gonna push it.
She can always carry you back if need be.
Ah, it's fine. Fine.
See if that had happened to me, you'd be taking her by the hand to lead her home.
I've done that.
Yep. Sadly.
Okay. All right, and Ryzen, you can make your animal handling +1.
All right, I'm just getting some water. Do I need to make an animal roll?
Yep.
Okay.
While she's away, Desi is also going to try to come up with things that she can try to ask her new best friend.
Do I get my modifier from?
Yeah, +1 from Okatai. Yeah.
Okay. Do we feel like we are generating enough successes where we might actually have this thing tamed soon, or is this a long ways off still?
I'm not tracking how many successes you guys get. I just haven't.
Counting the days we have done.
I haven't been tracking because I have no idea.
So far, we're doing good.
Yep. I know how many days you have to accomplish it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we get another one. Good job.
Perfect.
Okay.
And that's one of those things, like, you can't speed it up faster, right? Like, you need to get, like, the Yankee has a strength of 15, so you need to accumulate 15 successes before 15 days are out.
Okay.
But if you fail any rolls along the way, it wipes all of the successes you have up to that point.
Okay. Yeah, I have not been keeping track of successes, admittedly.
Yeah.
You want me to track the success on top of the days?
Well, so far you guys have been managing like a quarter. You guys have managed a success each day so far, so you're good there. But it means, like, if you want to spend, 3/4 of a day training him, and you succeeded all 3, it'll speed up the process.
Okay,
Oh,
time for that.
I didn't understand that. Yeah, that's a good plan. I like that.
So, Desi, when we're out collecting wood, Trustius will be like uncomfortably close. Not like he leans on an Okatai, like he leans on Okatai like a dog would. But he'll just be like 2 inches away the entire time.
Within arm's reach when he normally is
Way,
absolutely.
way within arm's reach. Just like
Okay.
next to you the entire time. Like you turn your head, you're like, what is this little short bastard doing?
More importantly, in sword's reach.
Yeah, that's the sketchy bit. Like, she's used to Caldy being this close on occasion. But she's actively his bodyguard. This is a little weird.
Right. Trustius does not like being alone.
Trustius doesn't usually like being that close to Desi, though, either. Like,
Yeah,
on the
you're the
best of days.
biggest fish out here right now, so
The That's true too. At least the biggest fish that's on your side, theoretically.
Eh,
Um. So, what do you think I should ask it? I didn't know it had a name.
What do you want to know?
This is not. I'm not a. She kind of waves her hand around. Magic person. That's all. Strange. I understand you and Okatai and I don't know, maybe even Kaldi have some kind of way with it. I don't. So I don't even know what I don't know. I didn't know it could have a name. I mean, I knew people name their swords. I mean, but not that it's going to talk to me and tell me itself.
Can you ask it to talk to me?
I don't know.
I don't think it likes me very much.
It doesn't know you.
I think it does. But if you ask it, then maybe I can have a conversation.
She's going to deliberately like hook her thumbs in her belt, neither hand on the hilt of the sword. Breathe. Are you able to talk to other people?
If I wish to.
A friend of mine has questions, and he's better at magic.
Magic is for the weak.
You're a talking sword. I don't think you get to throw stones. And then she shakes her head because that sounds stupid even to her. She,
Are you talking in your head or are you talking
oh
out
no,
loud?
Desi's talking out loud. So I'm sure that sounded really stupid.
So I imagine Trusty is like sitting on his heels, like knees bent, sitting on his heels, just with an ear cocked to this ridiculous conversation going.
I'm sure there are things that I should know about you that I don't know about you. And he has a better idea of what to ask so that everybody cooperates. So that we all have some kind of understanding and nobody wakes up dead.
Kind of hard to wake up dead.
This is why she's having the conversation while she and Trustius are out in the woods, because she knows she's going to sound like a fucking idiot. So can you hear him? Or
I can hear the nattering of your sorcerer.
okay. Trustius, the sword can hear you. You have a better idea of what I should know about this situation.
I'll answer his questions when he's proven himself a warrior. Not this pathetic, weak thing.
Oh, that's never going to happen.
Then he can rot.
He doesn't fight. He's tiny.
Then what would I possibly have to say to him?
don't know, honestly.
Tell him he's pathetic, he's weak, and if he's not careful, I will slit his throat.
Now I want to know what he thinks of Caldy.
It thinks you need to be careful so that it doesn't slit your throat. And it won't talk to you right now because you're not a warrior.
Warrior. Yeah, that makes some sense. And how does it define warrior? Do you know? Does it define warrior on how many blades it's stabbed into victims' hearts or how many souls that it's sent to the afterlife? Because I can assure you, I have killed more than you have.
When he pulls the still beating heart of an enemy out of its ribcage with his bare hands, then I'll consider talking to him.
Apparently, it wants you to pull someone's heart out of their chest while it's still beating with your bare hands. I don't know why that's its. I don't
The
know why
opposite of
that's
what he
the
does.
benchmark. I haven't done that, so have I? No, I haven't done that. Don't think. Not that I recall.
It could be arranged.
If he has to ask what a warrior is, then he isn't one.
I mean, different people define that different ways.
You asked me to define it.
Yes, I did. That's true.
I don't follow. What are you saying?
We're having a conversation about what constitutes a warrior.
Perhaps one of the others will answer his questions.
Others? What others?
What others? What?
Is the necklace and the armor like you?
No.
No. Okay, that's good to know.
Hope that was
'Cause
a no.
I think one of them is with my friend of mine.
I got that necklace.
Exactly.
And the cape.
So what others? Just the other people we're with, or other weapons like you?
The others like me.
Others like you. Okay. Were any of you in the same grave?
I do not know where the others have gone. I've not seen them since the time of the binding.
What's the time of the binding? Is that like a large scale thing, or was it just when you were, I don't know, put into the sword, awakened in the sword? I don't know who or what you are. And I think that's one of the things I should probably find.
I will speak with you tonight.
Great. Okay. I need my sleep because we're traveling in the morning.
Great. What?
Just
What
a
agreement did you make?
second. I didn't make an agreement. Just because I'm gonna need at least a couple of hours of sleep. We're going to do something tomorrow. How do you feel about demons, by the way?
They're an abomination.
Excellent! We're going to slaughter a village full of demon worshippers? Would you call them worshippers?
Not exactly sure that's what we're going to do.
We're not sure if they're worshippers or not, but at least one of them has made an agreement with a demon. So we're going to kill them for sure. We don't know if the rest of them are just victims or if they're happily going along with it. But hey, we'll have a fun day tomorrow.
I don't suppose you could ask it what it thinks about necromancers.
I don't think that's a good idea right now, no.
Well, it can hear me.
Necromancy is a crime against nature.
It's a crime against nature. Is that what you have an issue with? And now it's not talking to me. Okay. It and I are apparently going to converse later. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I don't know.
Desi.
I didn't make any agreements. There are others like it that it hasn't seen since the time of the binding, whatever that means. It doesn't like demons or demon worshippers. They're abominations.
Desi, my power is not because I chose it. I did follow it. It's part of my blood. If this thing wants to kill all abominations, I really hope, I do, and I mean this very strongly. I hope I don't have to kill you.
You hope you what?
If the sword takes you and it comes for me, I will have to put you down, and I don't want to.
I don't want you to either.
Give me another insight roll, Desi.
Partly because I don't want you to pick me back up again. There's nothing I can do to like increase my chances of rolling this, is there?
As a human, you can spend willpower to roll whatever skill you like instead of the one I tell you to.
I would like to roll strength.
What skill would you like to roll?
Oh,
The one with the most dots.
yeah, tell me about it. I would like to roll my endurance
Okay.
to keep my hands in my belt where they are
Okay.
and struggle against it.
Kill the rabbit. Kill the rabbit.
You got this.
Kill the rabbit.
All
Oh
right.
no, I killed the rabbit.
One whole success.
Oh, that's good.
One,
30.
one is more than zero. So yeah. So when Tressia says that, the voice comes back in and says, "Like, guess I'll just kill him now."
No, we are not. We're not doing that. And she has her eyes closed. She's like, brow furrowed, hands clenched around her belt. We are not doing that.
Emerson's
is
pushing
not-
stuff pretty hard today.
That is not
Getting ourselves
happening.
into real shit today.
We're not. We're not. I'm starting to see why they tucked you away.
My septuagenarian goblin going against the ogre is starting to seem pretty standard now.
So, Trustius, let's not talk about bad things that might happen someday off in the future that we definitely don't need to think about today, okay? Good? Yeah?
Called it implied consent. I think you have this. Just keep it in check as best you can. I'll help as I can. I'll check with the book, see what I can find. But otherwise, perhaps we should get back to the group.
Is there anything else you think I should ask it tonight?
If it were me, I would try to determine who's the master and who's the slave.
Yeah, we're yeah,
I
that's
think you're
important.
still trying to figure that out. I can tell you that with this book, I am the master of this book. He believes that. That might not be true, but he believes that. But my will is different than yours. You'll have to come to an understanding, I think.
You're used to dealing with magic and I'm not. Yeah. I'll find out what I can tonight, and tomorrow should be a big mess.
Sure, it will be. If you could, I would prefer to sleep this evening and not get stabbed in my sleep.
I don't plan to stab you in your sleep or in my sleep.
Not a bit worried about you.
Good to know. Actually. Thanks.
Let's see if we can get some food, shall we? And as they walk back, again, Trustees is like not quite leaning on Desi, but awful fucking close, right?
Alrighty.
Just like 2 centimeters off.
Just far enough away that I don't trip over him.
Pretty much. Like this guy needs like people around him, right? He's so anxious.
Not close enough that you could trip and suddenly find yourself impaled by a sword that wants to kill you.
Well, there's that too.
So by the time evening rolls around, Ryzen has spent some time with Stampy, and he seems to be getting the general gist of things.
Yay! Good job, Stampy.
He understands that if he stays here, there will be food.
It's a start.
So,
Start.
Caldy is fast asleep. Trustius and Desi come back with their load of wood. Okutai has come back with some dark wood. I just added it in. I put an icon on the map here for the cave, and you guys should all have access to it, so you can see what's in your stores at any given time.
Awesome.
Yep.
But evening is coming. What would you guys like to do for the evening?
I guess I'm keeping guard.
Evening, not night, but evening, right?
Correct.
So,
evening.
Caldy sleeps.
Caldy
Caldy slept.
just got up.
Oh Christ, we're a sync.
It's fine. You can know that they stand guard during the night. While Cody is up, he might be wanting to give a pack rat class.
Yeah, absolutely.
If anyone else is interested,
Sorry, interested in what?
pack rat.
Learning pack rat gives you 2
Carrying-
bonus to your what you can carry.
That costs what, 3?
Yep.
I would love to learn that.
Yeah, I'll learn it.
I think we could do a masked pack rat class for anyone interested.
Are we leaving a tent behind? I've got a large tent.
We can store it in the cave.
Okay, I just need to know, am I taking the tent off of mine? Or, because the tent fits how many people?
Large tent fits 6.
Even if Okutai and I are there at the same time?
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't take up much space. It averages a.
That's true. You're like the size of a pillow. And you're never sleeping in there at the same time we are either. Okay. I will leave my tent at the stronghold. I don't know if you can move that for me, Chris.
That's what I'm checking here.
I assume Okatai is used to just sleeping in a puppy pile, so anybody can just snuggle on in the fur.
So if we're learning this, do we need to do a roll?
No. It's the advantage of having somebody who can teach you.
Okay, it's 3 XP for level 1.
Now, assuming that we get our XP before we go on to this next mission, I'm going to want to bump my marksmanship up one as well.
On a quarter day, everyone want to learn Packrat with a class
Yep.
with Cone. And we can spend the XP when we sleep after that.
So everybody spends the evening learning how to pack up their shit.
I'm going to spend the evening stealing life.
Okay.
It's chance casting. But I have a new personality trait that says that I don't give a shit, so. Two. And roll mishap.
Do you have the mishap table, or do you want me to roll it?
Do I? Let's see. So many windows.
Should be.
I do have a magic mishap.
Oh.
Spell also affects a friend or unintended victim. A healing or helping spell affects an enemy alongside and the intended target.
Oh.
I mean, I'll give 2 willpower to somebody. For sure.
That's not what that means.
Oh,
Oh, the bad thing is going to get spread around.
oh, that kills somebody. That will kill somebody.
That will kill somebody.
Oh no.
Can I choose?
No. I think it's going to kill Stampy.
No,
Oh,
no, Kogan.
What?
Kogan.
What? What's killing Stampy?
oh no.
It's so oh my god.
Sorry, what's trying to kill Stampy?
Uncontrolled magic.
That's just fucked up a spell and killed an Ankylosaurus. He couldn't have killed an Ankylosaurus if he tried. He only could do it by accident.
Who's doing this? Trustius?
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Because Stampy is not in the cave.
He's not. What?
Oh,
It's not inside the gate.
What were you trying to do, Tony?
I'm getting willpower.
So Tristis.
I had plenty for you, but
I need 5 more XP.
We can go with this.
We're gonna wake up to a dead Stampy?
Maybe Tristis will tell you that it just ran away to the farm upstate.
It's a 5-ton beast.
So that's a totally different Ankylosaur.
no, ours is fine. This is someone else.
Stompy. That was Stompy. Stampy's okay.
Just go to the dinosaur store and pick up one that looks the same.
The dinosaur store.
He went to Dino Heaven.
Like getting a goldfish, right?
So Trestius, you're out, and you make sure that you go like a ways away from your friends and stuff. Just in case, because you know the effects that this spell may have. And you're casting because
Exactly, the 5.
yeah.
Eric, mute up.
Yeah. And the ground around you starts to wither. And you start to feel the power. Oh, your
I don't think it's here, me.
yeah, your voice is coming through there, Yorick. And you reach out and you start to summon the life energy from the plants around you and from the little animals, from the rabbits and everything. And luckily, Lucius is fine. Lucius has seen shit like this before. He's like, I'm gonna be over here. You know, maybe Lucius is like, go ahead, Stampy. You can get close and check it out. But you just kind of catch in the corner of your eye that that Stampy wanders into the kind of the radius of the spell. But you're too far along to stop it at that point.
And he just watches.
Yeah, and he just like the life just gets drained out of this creature and flows into you.
Oh, Katai is going to be so upset.
Making friends and influencing people. Think of all the stuff we can carve from this ankylosaur, though. It's probably worth a
You'll
ton.
be eating for days.
Oh, I can get him back up.
Oh God, man.
You better. You better before he wakes up and sees this.
I think he'll tell the difference. And it starts eating brains instead of cauliflower.
Right.
Where was I when that happened?
You were learning how to pack your stuff.
Yeah, I was showing you how to pack properly.
Oh yeah, we were learning how to pack.
Oh, such a. I love this game.
Great game.
So
That was your fucking
Oh,
plan all along. You just wanted to raise him from the dead, and now you have to kill him to do that. You little snickering
it's not my fault. He came too.
It does look fishy.
It does look
But
really
so
fishy.
we finish our training. We go looking for Stampy, and Stampy is like, and we find a big Stampy carcass.
yeah, like partially decayed,
Packing with.
Shriveled up.
shriveled up dinosaur carcass.
You
What the fuck
snickering
happened to
little
Stampy?
fucking elf.
I'm probably just as upset as anybody else because I freaking spent how much time with this thing. What the fuck?
You're more upset than everybody else.
Probably.
I told it to stay away.
You made every animal handling roll.
You did it on purpose because you wanted to raise him as a handhead. You've been telling that for weeks. For days.
Wait, what?
Snickering elf.
I did not do it on purpose.
Desi looks at Okatai in shock. She's never heard him say anything harsh to
Wait,
Trestius.
whoa. Trestius wanted to kill it to bring it back as another fucking skeleton zombie thing for his little undead army bullshit?
Shut up, Risen.
No!
He's clutching the Darkwood spear.
Don't fucking tell me to shut up. You know how much
Tearing
time I
down
fucking
Trestius.
spent on this thing? And we were
Desi-
making fucking progress.
Desi steps in front of Trestius, kind of like she normally steps in front of Caldi.
And Trustius is like a typical Trustius. He's staring at his feet. He's like very subdued. He is not challenging anybody here. He's just trying to explain himself.
That book is nothing but trouble. Destroy that fucking book.
Take it. His eyes flash. Looks you in the eye.
Shit. Fuck all this fucking talk.
We could find another one. I apologize.
I'm going to go get more Darkwood. I'll be back. See you. Drop the class, the packing class, and just go to Winterwood.
Well, you would have got the packing done anyway.
Yeah, the packing class is already done.
Oh, Katana, I did. Thank you, Dizzy.
Sure. And she'll look at Risen, like not quite challenging, but just kind of with a
What?
bit of a judgy look on her face.
And he just looks right back at her. What? You got something to say, say it. Don't give me that bullshit.
Please don't harm him. There's no need.
You
He
hear,
didn't do it on purpose. Oh God, what do I hear?
there's an easy solution to this.
No. And she looks kind of away from Trestius. Just kind of, for some reason, like looks down off to like her left about 2 feet away and says, "No, we are not doing that."
Hey, Desi, consider this. Maybe some people aren't cut out for some stuff and shouldn't have some things because they can't control it. Maybe some people are more cut out for more mundane things. And then I just walk away.
Dizzy, I wonder if he's talking to me or if he's talking to you.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about. If you don't, then you're as idiotic as I think you are.
Oh, he's definitely talking to me.
I thought he was talking to me.
Well, now I'm talking about both of you as I like. Now I leave. That was hilarious.
Ryzen doing the Columbo thing. And one more thing.
One more thing. There's one more question. Where did he get a trench coat and a cigar from?
Fuck all y'all. That's great. That was a good scene. Like
Yeah, it was.
Kogan will lean over and say, "I hope you sleep lightly."
Who is he saying that to?
To Trustius. Not in a threatening manner, more in a
Someone's going to stab you in your sleep.
Like in a warning kind of way?
yeah,
Okay.
not in a threatening way. He's an orc. If he wanted to threaten somebody, he would pick them up and break them.
Oh yeah.
We
I
have
think
a
it'll be fine.
now in this time.
All have our strengths.
Maybe you should sleep beside me tonight.
I don't think Restius is long for this world.
Yeah. Perhaps you're right, Dizzy.
I mean, I
Stay
didn't
close.
think that. I didn't think that before, because, you know, peace bonding. Shit.
The interesting
we-
thing is that when the druid's magic goes awry and destroys a great deal of work,
I'm
it
gonna say
doesn't
all
matter
right.
when mine does.
I.
Everyone gets upset.
When did his magic ever go awry? And I don't remember him doing anything. Tomorrow, though, remind me to find some kind of chain that I can, or yeah, chain's probably metal's going to be the best that I can peace bond this thing with. Okay, when did his magic go awry?
There is one infected.
Destroyed my Saurian chieftain that I animated.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I think it's because it wasn't alive and the critter was. I think that's the big difference.
It was
Your
alive
magic
and-
goes awry. Just because it was moving doesn't mean it was alive.
It had sentence. It could speak. It had memory.
Did it? Could it? Really?
Of course.
I don't remember it talking.
Maybe it wasn't talking to you.
Good luck.
Probably not. I suppose.
Hmm.
No one thinks the sword is talking either. I
Just had to give a little wink.
Fuck. Yeah. You sleep by the wall. I'll sleep in front of you. Caldy will keep watch. Kogan, I don't know. You want to put your feet across the doorway just in case someone comes back in a bad mood?
Eh,
Your feet are bigger than mine, and that's not something I say often.
I'll keep an eye on things.
Don't let that fucking squirrel in.
I think Lucius is the least of your problems.
Well, it's the problem I'd like to focus on, though.
Would you like me to kill your squirrel?
Don't touch my
You know-
squirrel.
Apparently not. Yours? I'll remember that, Caldy, the next time it gets in my pack.
Kogan will speak and will say, like, I think it's ours.
Yeah, you spend as much time with it as me. Probably more.
See, if you had taken out Lucius, it would have been okay. No one's trying to train. I don't think anyone's trying to train Lucius. If they
didn't
are,
try
they're doing a shitty job.
I didn't try to kill it. It came too close.
Yeah, I get
it's a
it.
thing.
I get it. Weirdly, I never expected to get it because this is, and I might not get it for long, but I get it today.
If it makes you feel better, I could have used that ritual in the cave and killed all of it.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
Hey,
So,
Desi, give me an insight roll.
Oh.
Okay, that's sword.
Open mouth and say Lord.
I would like to use my might.
Okay.
Rusty, stop monologuing like a supervillain.
I will use my endurance again.
Okay.
To try to drop to her knees with her hands right behind her knees, so that her hands are kind of trapped between her calf and her thigh.
Like you really have to be.
To keep. No, not between her knees.
I'm seeing this campaign suddenly ending violently with character on character death, and we're all just kill each other.
So the skull means what?
Caldy
in
roots
this
everybody at the end.
You only have to worry about the skull if you push the roll.
Okay.
So again, you know, like the sword is like.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Trustius, let's not talk about what could have happened in the cave.
I said that I wouldn't do that.
No, I know. Let's just not even suggest that it was possible right now, okay?
Like rolling characters, Tony.
What's that?
I hope you like rolling characters.
That's great. I mean, the whole premise of the character was to be an unwitting necromancer and just see what happens. So this is perfect.
Alrighty. As the things start to wind down, folks start going to sleep. Kogan will keep watch. Kogan specifically is watching to make sure you guys don't kill one another.
Probably for the best.
Caldy, are you keeping watch?
At night, yeah.
Okay, perfect. You can give me a scouting roll.
I'm not coming back to sleep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okada can give me if you're going to get more Darkwood, you can give a survival roll. If you're just hanging around outside, you can certainly do that.
No, I'm getting more Darkwood.
Okay.
All
I
right,
need
I
to
pushed
focus
it.
on something.
Okay. Is Ryzen coming back to sleep, or is he staying outside, or?
No, I'll come back to sleep eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't say
we have
anything. I
another-
just find my comfy spot and I go to sleep.
Okay.
We have a second tent that someone could set up down by the other entrance if people are
Okay.
really offended.
Not counting tents
So-
people are carrying, you guys have 2 large tents and 2 small tents here in the cave as well.
I know I have my small tent that someone was carrying. I can just sleep in that.
I cannot see my own roll. I see only other people roll. How was my
You got one more Darkwood.
okay?
All right. So, Cody, you don't notice anything. You do, partway through the night, you hear very, very quiet whispering from Desislava. Desi, in your dream, like almost as soon as you fall into REM, like it's been waiting for you.
Yeah.
You see basically this battlefield with like dead folks everywhere, and this like stunningly gorgeous androgynous elvish warrior kind of standing before you. Their eyes are the same color as the emerald in the sword.
Okay.
Says, "It's easier to talk this way."
Sure.
My name is Andra. Long ago, I was a warrior, much as yourself.
Doubt that, she says as she looks around.
This is not all my doing. And she kind of waves her hand, and the scene changes to something a little bit more serene. These are your dreams. I am merely a guest. What you said about the village. Not all who follow a leader are necessarily foregone. Some make poor choices along the way. There were some of us who made poor choices. When we'd seen what the priest had done, when we'd seen what they had promised to the flayed one, we took steps to ensure that we could not be destroyed, and that in time the ritual of binding could be undone. This island, this place, everything that lives on it, everything that sets foot on it, is bound to the flayed one.
Sorry, did you say that to make sure the binding could not be undone?
Could be undone.
Could be undone. Okay.
All who live here, all who come here, when they die on this island, their souls go to strengthen it.
Ooh.
Okay.
By being in this place, your soul is forfeit.
I don't care for that very much.
If you can find the others, we transferred our life essence into forms that were immutable, that could withstand the weight of the ages. But if you can gather us together, we can break the binding. Until then, you are doomed to sacrifice.
Okay. We need to talk about Trustius. he isn't bad, evil. He's trying to protect us,
I understand.
and that's the tool he has.
In this form, I am more myself.
That's a relief.
When I am in my waking form, I lack what you humans would call empathy.
Hey, me and the other you have something in common. I'm not terribly good at that either. But I can tell the difference between an asshole and somebody who's using the only weapon that they have.
He would be served to learn another.
Yeah. And I'm sure we would all be more comfortable with that. But we are in danger often, and he does what he can because he's kind of you can't see, I'm guessing, as a sword, but he's kind of tiny, not as tiny as Culty, but and she'll like gesture somewhere mid-chestish. I'm not sure exactly how tall Trustius is. He rarely stands up straight enough for me to tell. He's a little guy. He's not but he's on our side.
As I said, here I am myself.
Yeah.
Those of us who transferred our essence had to give up some things and had to find a driving purpose to sustain us through the centuries.
And you don't like criminals,
I do not.
from the feeling I got earlier.
Here in this realm, I can control myself. In the waking world, I do not have those gloves.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to remember to peace bond you as a sword tomorrow to make it more deliberate when I unsheath you and for it to take a little longer. Because we should not have been able to behead the I don't know, orc giant, whatever it was. We shouldn't have killed it that fast. I know how I am in a fight, and that's a bit more than I'm used to. That's a bit more than I'm used to. So, what I know that sword you, bound you,
Waking me.
sure. Braith called Trustius a criminal against nature, but I didn't immediately feel the need to draw the sword. That came later. So,
I am more concerned with the crimes of man.
okay. I can see. Okay. So, saying that he could have killed us in the cave, that was a problem
Yes.
because it was against us and an immediate comment. talking about him generally being a necromancer, not so much of a problem.
No.
Distant future. Okay. That makes some sense.
My desire is to see justice served. Perhaps you can abate waking me by ensuring that judgment is passed upon criminals.
Can try. I'm not. I'm not sure that I'm the best person to make that kind of judgment.
Those who are the best kind of people seldom think they are.
Yeah, I've got a temper though.
So do I.
Oh, that's not helpful. We're gonna be so bad. Okay.
I believe you said you needed your rest. You have a big day tomorrow.
Oh. Okay.
And she will fade from your dream.
Shit. Okay.
And with that, we will do some XP and then call the session closed.
Nicely done.
Crazy session.
Okie doke.
So much stuff going on.
So for XP, did you participate in the game session?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you travel through at least one hex that you had not visited before? You did.
Oh.
Because you guys took the roundabout one around the village.
Yep.
For that very reason.
For that very reason.
Did you discover a new adventure site? No. Defeat one or more monsters? No, you let it shamble on its way.
Oh yeah, I suppose it was the monster.
Find a treasure worth 1 gold or more? No, you got that last time when you got the sword. Build a function? No. Activate pride? No. Suffer from your dark secret? Hell yes. So Trustius definitely did.
I would say so.
Oh, suffer from Trustius is dark secret.
And I think
Build an XP till you kill me.
yeah. And I think Risen did as well, since his dark secret is just how much he hates all of you.
I would say so, yeah, for sure.
Counts, yeah.
That was the first bit of temper.
And the coming back like twice. And another thing. No, you.
And the horse you rode in on.
Oh, for the love of God, find both of you. Started to be about Trustius.
It's so funny.
Nobody risked their life for anybody.
Oh.
Nope.
Nah, we
No,
didn't get
my
to
life was not in danger against that
that ogre, apparently.
giant ogre, whatever it was.
I risked my life for something that gets stabbed with one shot anyway.
Yes, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Desi. Apparently, that's risking your life.
Yeah, that wasn't for another PC.
No.
Perform an extraordinary action of some kind.
One-shotting an ogre, maybe?
Didn't really one-shot it, but definitely two-shotted it.
Oh, she one-shotted it because
No, I did like 3 damage before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Caldy smacked it in the head with a rock.
Oh, right. I mean, I killed an Anki with one ritual.
One side of the Yankee.
Bring that up.
Bravo. That was pretty extraordinary.
So I don't think anybody did any extraordinary actions.
No.
So that'd be
2
XP for everybody, and then 3 for Mark and 3 for Tony.
Yeah, I got
All
three.
right.
Perfect. And so Anita, you'll notice for the sword,
Mm-hmm.
the gear bonus is actually 1 higher than a normal sword.
Mm-hmm.
It has an artifact die.
I noticed there was something weird about that. Yeah.
And then under its qualities, its artifact dice actually increases under certain circumstances.
Hmm.
So it will go from a D8 up to a D10 under certain circumstances.
Gotcha. And I'm guessing that you can change that, determine that.
Yep. So when you
Medieval epic. Holy shit. Okay.
so when you click on the sword to do your attack, and you get the little thing with like your strength, melee, the sword bonus, and then it says artifacts.
Yep.
So if the D10 qualifies, just change that D8 to a D10 and then hit roll.
Gotcha.
I missed
Yeah.
part of that conversation. Was that you talking to your sword or somebody else or something else?
That was. Everyone else would have heard bits and pieces of Desi's side of it.
Yep.
It sounded like she was talking in her sleep.
Ah, okay.
And part of that is because I really like the idea in, especially in the Raven's Purge campaign, where all of the super powerful artifacts are actually the souls of elves that are in items. Because it gives you a chance to converse with your magic item to be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have that kind of conversation.
So
You
It's
just
gonna be
did.
a lot of. Well, I mean, that was not a friendly. Hey, what's up? That was more of a. Please tell me how not to kill people I'm with, because. I mean, we're all on the same side here.
It's all the people I have.
They're all the people I've got. Please don't make me kill them.
as long as they don't claim to be criminals or admit to criminal acts, you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, and that's the conversation that she's going to have with Trustius, especially tomorrow.
All right, so we will call it there. We'll see
Fine.
everybody next week for our 12th session of this already.
Wow.
Wow.
Not like we have any conversation about to have about the crime that got us here, eh?